Well, I've just got to say that maybe, just maybe, it's been my lucky week, because I've ended up with all of these beefsteak tomato seedlings, a couple of Black Russians thrown in there for good measure. But as you would know from previous videos, beefsteak tomatoes are my absolute favourite. So I've ended up with enough to go in down this side, another 4 to go in here. We've got some capsicum seedlings that go really well in with the tomatoes, and we've got enough to go into the hothouse that I'm getting, fingers crossed, next week, delivered up here. Same as this one, we'll whack it up, we'll get some more tomatoes in there. So all in all, it's Thursday, coming towards the end of the week. It's been a fantastic week because I've ended up getting all of these tomatoes. Beefsteak tomato seedlings, you need to be really on the ball to get them. I know it's quite early, but we've got the hothouses now, so it doesn't really matter. We're coming into spring. Next week it's spring. Everything's looking fantastic. So I'm excited for the growing season to start, and fingers crossed we can get the potatoes in over there next week. So what we're going to do is get the 4 or 5 beefsteaks in here, and then we'll just put a bit of water around the bottom of the others into their root system, and wait for the hothouse to come next week, and then we'll whack those in there as well. So people ask me how deep you put your tomatoes in. Well, if you break these bottom leaves off, because that's where the disease starts, if they get water splash on them, you can actually put them in 2/3 of the depth. These little hairs, you probably can't see them, but there's little hair-like structures coming off the stem of the plant. When you plant those in the ground, they'll turn into roots. And the more root system you've got on a tomato plant, the better. So we're planting these ones in the soil in the hothouse fairly deep, giving them a good water, and they'll develop a great root system, and away we go. So basically what I've done with these tomatoes is I've broken off a few of the bottom leaves. I might even take that one off. We'll plant it fairly deep, and then all of the way up the stem, then that'll develop a root system on it, up to the soil level there. And as I said, the better the root system that you've got for a tomato plant, the better it's going to grow and uptake the water. Okay, we've got the tomatoes in here. So now what we'll do is we've got some capsicum plants here. Just whack a few capsicums in close to the plant, and I've just spilled them everywhere. There they go. So what we'll do, we'll just put a capsicum up the front here, like that. Got a bit of room back here, over the back that you can't see. Put that one there. We'll put another one up here. Capsicums and tomatoes are a very good plant to plant together. They go beautifully together. Well, just have a look at the day that we've got here today. Absolutely magnificent. Not a cloud in the sky, and it's very mild here today. It's about 22 degrees up here. Absolutely sensational. So I thought we could get over here and maybe break this ground up and have another crack on Monday at putting some potatoes in. Yeah, look at this. Peas. Absolutely right on time. Starting to come through the ground. The whole row here is starting to come up. So that is very, very exciting. Now all we've got to do is keep the kangaroos out of here. And by this time next week, hopefully most of these peas will be through the ground. Here's another one here, or another few that are actually a few rows away from the ones up there. So we're getting overall good germination of them.